guys, welcome back to my channel for another pick a pile. Today we are going to look at just really what's, just a check-in with the spirit team and the higher realms, just to see where you're at the moment. And we have a bonus pick a pile. We have a bonus past life oracle card to pull today as well, which I know y'all love that shit. Every time I do anything to do with past life, it seems to get the most reaction and view counts and stuff like that. So yeah, I've got 6 decks all up today that I'm working with, so we'll be pulling 6 cards, I think. 6, yeah. But yeah, just like an overall general just check-in, I guess, vibe check again, just to see, what's happening in the earthly realm and in the higher, with check-in with your higher self and stuff like that. So we have pile 1, which is the metallic-y holographic butterfly. Then we got the Vans Off Your Wall sticker, and then we got the Led Zeppelin tag sticker thing. That's like a tag as well. But yeah, I just thought we'd do something a bit different. I've been collecting these for ages, and I don't have these are from my daughter's wall, the butterflies, and that one just fell off, so I'm not gonna go start ripping off the rest just for this. But I thought that one would be cool to use. And then yeah, I always collect these for some reason. I have for years, and I'm like, why? Why am I doing that? And it's obviously for this. So just take a second, pause the video if you need, and yeah, just focus in on pile 1, 2, and 3. Hey, pile 1. So yeah, today we're gonna look at just what's going on with you guys at the moment. Just a bit of a vibe check, just a check-in to see how yous are progressing, and yeah, just what's going on. So we've got a bunch of different oracle cards here today, and one traditional tarot. Even though it's not depicted as a traditional tarot, it still is a tarot deck. It has 9 of cups down the bottom. And then we have a past life card that I'm going to flip over at the end, just to give you a really brief indication of where you were in one of your past lives. If you want to go deeper into that, I really suggest doing some past life regression therapy, but this will be a good indicator to just get you on that track. And yeah, it might resonate with you. You might have carnated into this life with that lineage, or a connection to that. Definitely, most definitely that is usually the case. So anyway, we'll get to that eventually. But yeah, my pile 1s, I'm really just let's get into it. Straight off the bat, I'm looking at this and I feel like you are just going through a big fucking cleanse at the moment in your life, and you're just getting rid of whatever is not serving your higher purpose, and yeah, just what is not, giving to you, and feeding your soul to the most optimal, in the most optimal way. So first here with the Witch card, number 27 might be something that resonates with you or is an important number to you. 27 equals out to 9 in numerology, maybe in life path 9. So a very old soul. So you may not be a stranger to this, process of purifying yourself and getting out of not even necessarily a funk, but just a cycle of what is hindering your growth, basically. And that's why we see here, well, back to this Witch card, it says down the bottom, justice is coming. So the way I see that with this card is basically it's the justice card from the tarot deck. So justice is going to be served in whatever way that the karmic cycle turns. So I'm not really picking up that you've done that much wrong. Like you may have wronged people in certain ways. Like let's be real, we all do it. Like even if we aren't conscious of it, like we're all capable of that. We're all capable of hurting people in all different ways. And again, this is a general reading, so it's going to be completely different for everybody that watches this and picks this pile. But yeah, like again, it's the Justice card. So you can see she's like in her closet and like she's got her weapons, she's got her shit, and like again it's a witch card. So like even though I'm saying that that's like depicting like justice and like wrongs being right and vice versa, like rights being wronged and stuff like that, it's still stating that it's a witch card. So you may identify as a witch, you may be coming into your like witchy ways. I personally think that we're all witches. We just don't some people just deny it and don't know it. Like again, we're all capable of doing these things and tapping into a different consciousness and like a different way of being, and just yeah, like things like that. That's just going off into another different tangent. But what I'm basically getting at is like it's a witch card. So like she has her tools, she has her weapons to like fuck people up if she needs to, but like you can see she's putting it into the cupboard, she's putting it into like away, like she's handing it over to the universe and saying like I'm gonna allow you to do this work for me. I don't need to do it. I don't need to put my ass out there. I don't need to physically do anything because the universe has my back. And that's what the tarot deck is called. Yeah, no, it's not. It's called Believe in Your Own Magic. I believe I do have one that's called like the universe has your back, but that's where I'm getting it from. But that's basically what that's saying. It's saying that like you don't even need to do the justification of any of it. Like you just need to put it into the wardrobe, put it back like into the closet, and the closet will deal with it for you. Like the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Like it's a whole ethereal thing. But in saying that, that's going on to again like the purification, and that's what I was initially talking about, how I'm saying like I feel like you guys in pile one are just having like this big fucking cleanse and clear out. That might even like go back to the wardrobe, like it's a really practical thing, but you might want to clear out your wardrobe, definitely. Like that's what the purification card talks about. So that's saying like get clear out your space, guys, clear out your mental space, clear out your physical like environment, what's around you. Yeah, just have a bit of a cleanse. Like if you need to do some more spiritual baths, amp the heat up a bit more, and then like go into a cold shower afterwards and just get that what's that called again when you do that? There's a word for it, there's an actual term, I'm just not thinking of it right now. But yeah, you do that, you go from hot to cold to detoxify the body basically. So yeah, if you have access to that, if not, you can even just do it with a shower. Have like a nice hot spiritual shower, talk into the shower head basically, but that's like talking into the ethereal realm and just saying like to cleanse me, purify me. Like I heard someone say the other day that they shave every time they shave their legs, like this is for the feminines, even masculines that decide to do this, or like shave your face or whatever, like however you groom yourself. But when you're removing that dead skin and that excess like hair and stuff like that, yeah, that's basically getting off all the old negative like skin, like how like a snake sheds its skin basically, for a new fresh beginning and perspective, like with their new coat. So that's what that's saying, purification. But then we go on to soul healing, which is really about like, I look at this card and I see like a younger person, a younger girl. I feel like when we talk about soul healing, that's really going in on a deeper level to like our childhood traumas and healing what we need to heal from our childhood and like maybe even a past life. So if you you know, are at that stage of your spiritual path where you're starting to tap into your Akashic records and stuff like that, you can start to see, like, you know, the traumas that you've brought in from your past life, and stuff like that, because we all do have them. And sometimes, like, it can be a bit confronting and weird because it's like you don't know where these things come from, but sometimes, not always, but sometimes it can come in from a past life. And yeah, again, if you're like at that stage, I don't recommend, like, you know, just jumping around everywhere, although, like, I'm prone to do that sometimes, just going from like one extreme to the next. But so, like, I understand, and if that's how you work, that's how you work. Like, it's better than nothing. But I'm just saying, like, some people just aren't at that level yet. Like, there's layers of these things, but that's what soul healing is. And that's, like, it's not an overnight process. None of this stuff's an overnight process, but that definitely, I feel like, is it's life work, you know what I mean? That's like, it's a lot, like, and you go through like a lot of different currents of emotions, and being and feeling when you start to do that. But you seem like a quite a evolved person, as it is, so I don't think you're going to have any problem with that, my pile ones. Listen, there's a message here because this is an angel card. So this is a message from your angels, but I just intuitively like to think, you know, this is just about, you know, obviously quieting your mind, quietening your body, and just taking time to just listen. You know, even if it is just nothing, because sometimes when you listen to nothing, that's when answers come, and you know, like a thought process comes. But which is a little bit contradictory to what I'm saying, because I just said, you know, quiet your mind, but that's just like, you know, obviously when there's like a certain amount of stillness after time, something's going to flow in and it's going to come. But I really do feel like quite a peaceful energy, like, from this pile. You know, I'm not saying that you're always like that, but like at the moment while you're reading this, you might be like getting ready to go to bed or something, or just on like a chill day, or something like that. But I'm feeling like quite a nice, calm, like, flow of energy. Um, but yeah, so I'll just read this message to you quickly. So, quiet your mind, beloved one, and listen to our gentle reassurance that everything has taken care of. Stay in a quiet and receptive state without worrying about the exact nature of your desires and manifestations. A quiet mind and body hears us quickly and clearly. This is our request to you. Listen. So they're asking you again to listen. And yeah, and that doesn't have to mean, like, again, it doesn't have to be silence. You don't have to listen to silence. Just listen to like whatever's presented in front of you, and like whatever you know, want to have in front of you. So if you want to listen to music, that's fine. Sometimes you get answers through music. One thing I love to do every now and then, I don't listen to the radio always. Like, if you guys know me, which I'm pretty sure you would by now, like, a bit, is like, I'm one of my like largest passions in life, like a lot of people, is music. So I do listen to, like, you know, my playlists and my chosen music that I choose to listen to, and the vibrations and the frequencies that I'm on at that time. But every now and then when I'm in the car, I like to just chuck on the radio and see what the radio like serves me in like messages and codes. So like whatever's in the music, you know what I mean? And whatever the lyrics are saying is, you know, sometimes a good indication. And especially if, like, in the arena, in the field of love and relationships, because a lot of music is based around that, because it's, you know, the rawest, most purest form of like, human emotion. So yeah, that's a good little tip for you guys. But speaking of that, you got the Nine of Cups, which is the wish fulfillment card. So make a wish, guys, and choose carefully. I can feel that's linked in a little bit with this witch, the Justice card. So like, if you have done, you know, something wrong, or like if you're turning a blind eye to something and just thinking, you know, like, I'm kind of getting away with it, I would try and nip it in the bud, because that's going to give you more of a clearer mind to be able to make your wish of like what you want. So I recommend, if you do get this pile as well, if you did choose pile 1, to hit me up for the wish jar, because I can put that in the wish jar if you like you don't need to, but if you'd like, that'd be cool. Again, nobody sees these, it's all just for me, it's all very confidential. So yeah, it's not like, you know, gonna be posted out to the world, but yeah, just really careful what you wish for, you know, they say that, it sounds so fucking daunting and crazy, but yeah, just really think about what you want, because it will most likely come true. How much are we on at the moment? 13 minutes. Yeah, that's good. I just don't really want to go over to like 20 minutes for each pile, because then it's just like, you know, time is money, guys. Time is money. If you just want a private reading, you just know where I am. You can hit me up, and I'm more than happy to do that for you. But yeah, I'm just really trying to have boundaries with my self-worth and like what, you know, where I am at the moment in my life and my journey. Without getting too much into it. So yeah, anyway, let's go on to this past life card. Hey, what did you get? Asia. You just got Asia. Nice. Can you see that? Yep. Also, thanks for bearing with me with my like whole aesthetic like evolution of the channel. I've kind of just like figured out how to fucking rig up this whole set with like my tripod and the light and like my desk and everything. Like, it's always weird angles, and now I've got like this fucking mirror that I've just like jammed behind my desk, and I'm just like, nah, fuck it, it's got height, like we can attach the tripod to it and try and make a better thing going on. Because yeah, like at the end of the day, it's the message that matters more than anything, it's not the aesthetic. But I want to give back to you guys, and I want something to be visually like pleasing for you guys. Yeah, and like I love that. I like nice things. I like things looking nice. Like and I'm a bit of a like OCD lady. Like, you know, I just like nice things. I'm a classy lady. If you can't tell, guys, I'm a classy lady. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for fucking sticking with me through that, and yeah, probably having a bit of a giggle here and there, but it's fine. It's all good. It's all in good-natured, loving caringness. Anyway, fucking Asia. So that could be like so many, like, again, general reading. Different people are going to be watching this, but that can be like so many different things, guys. Like, you may, like I said, it's going to resonate differently to everybody, but like you may have some type of Asian lineage in this carnation. You may not at all. You may, like, as much as I fucking like don't even want to condone this or mention this, but it's the truth, you may like have some type of like resentment or feel uncomfortable around Asian people for whatever reason, because it may be triggering in the sense of like you had some really fucked up trauma from when you were in that carnation, that like in this one you just don't even want to like fucks with, you just don't even want to like go near it. But I highly recommend, if that's the case, and that's probably like what's happening, and you need to heal that for, you know, soul growth and shit like that. Like, not even in just this lifetime, in the next one, and like wherever your soul's gonna, you know, transcend in the next, you know, life and chapter of your, again, Akashic record. So yeah, Asia, guys. I get that quite often, and it's funny because I don't have any Asian lineage personally in my life, but my daughter is like got Filipino in her, so her dad was like half Filipino, without, you know, exposing too much of my personal life and stuff on here, because this is for the whole world. But yeah, so like that's why I get that quite often whenever I do pick up this deck, which isn't, again, that often, but whenever I do, it seems to come flying out. So came flying out for you guys, so there you go. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and just let me know if you have any like suggestions of like topics you'd like me to do. Yeah, the last one I did was like an intimate reading, like a bit more sexy, so had the red light on. And yeah, people seem to like it. I didn't get any real like comments on or anything on it, but It seemed to have a bit more of a view count. So yeah, just let me know if you like this. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Love and peace. Bye, guys. Hey, pile 2, if you chose the Vans off the wall sticker, ooh, gnarly, man. No, you may be feeling a little bit off the wall at the moment, just a bit, you know, all over the joint. Looking at these cards, it seems like you've been through a bit of a storm. No, but for real, it seems like you've been going through a bit of a hard time at the moment. Just dealing with like fucking shit show after shit show after shit show in like whatever arena in life. This is going to be different for everybody, as I always say, which is probably getting a bit annoying to you guys. But again, it's a general reading. If you want a private reading, that's a whole different thing. I will address you specifically. But again, yes, general reading, so it's going to be different for everybody. But again, yeah, you're going through a fucking bit of a hard time, and it just seems like, you know, you're just putting in so much effort for it to just, like, you know, pass, and you're biting your tongue almost, and you're just like trying to stay positive and trying to stay optimistic, but shit stuff just keeps fucking happening and keeps piling up on your plate. And you just want to fucking give in and probably go on like a fucking 2-month meth bender and listen to heavy metal and run around the town on a fucking riot. But like, I'm sorry to say, guys, you can't do that. Well, you can. Like free will says you can do what you want. I feel like if you chose this pile, you're probably a bit quirky, so it's all good. You will get what I'm saying. You know what I mean. But yeah, you probably want to do that, but I recommend that you don't, because you have some other very interesting cards here. So we have Reflection, and then we have Rebirth. Then we have Entrepreneur, which, like, need I say anymore? Like, you're amazing. You're a king / queen, like, whatever you are, however you identify. You need to be running the fucking show. So I, like, can almost say this with, like, absolute confidence that the reason you've been going through all of this shit, by the way, this card Storm, has a number 44 on it, and it also says every hurricane comes to an end. So that's what I'm getting at. Well, I keep going through all of this, but with the Entrepreneur card, it's basically like what I was trying to say is you've probably gone through all of this shit to make you, you know, have a better perspective on, well, like, I know it will be to give you a better perspective on, like, you know, what you need to do to boost yourself and put yourself in the right mind frame and vibe to be doing this and being an entrepreneur and finding your niche, and not even finding your niche, but just doing things for yourself, and running the show yourself in obviously your career aspect of your life. So again, your next card, your traditional tarot that we pulled for this, is the Magician. So it says, I have the power to make my dreams come true. So there you go, hand in hand. Like, what else do you want? Like, that is the best pairing for like an angel card. Like, your angels are telling you that, sorry, I should be like, you know what's hard sometimes when you go from like the first pile, I feel like because I've addressed stuff in there, I forget to address it in the second pile. But I should probably tell you how, like, I've set out this spread, but it was basically just like a general overall like vibe check from just different cards for your pile, for the person that's watching this, that I channeled through the ethereal realm. So this card here is specifically is an angel card. So your angels are telling you that, like, you should be an entrepreneur if you aren't already. That's what avenue you should be going down in your career path. And yeah, again, general reading, it's going to be different for everybody, but you should be doing things yourself. You should be either opening, I'm just going to throw out some examples, opening your own store, running your own online business, not necessarily doing everything alone. You can still hire people. You can still be in, you know, partnerships with people and things like that. But it's more just you doing things your own way and you being the boss and you running the show and you having, you know, more overall say in the end outcome of it all, like the outcome of it. Yeah, sorry, my words are a bit retarded today. It's like, I don't know, it's not even today, it's just with this pile. So maybe you guys are just having a bit of like challenging time at the moment, like communicating with people, and you know, you might have all these like ideas and information in your brain, but it's really hard to like verbally digest it all, which I can totally resonate with. Like I totally get that. Especially when I smoke too much weed. Like there's just so many like downloads, but just like I don't have like the physical like capacity to like, you know, put it into like the 3D and like make it something tangible in front of me. But I like think that you guys are a bit different, and like not everybody that watches this smokes weed like me, but like that's my thing, that's my jam, that's what I do. Whatever, I'm not gonna fucking get into all of that right now. But 420, happy 420 for the other day, guys, for whoever is a smoker in this group. But yeah, which like with this butterfly card, I always, I don't know, I feel like girls that love butterflies are like usually like the smokers. Like fucking tell me wrong, but I'm not saying that like always, but it's usually like the girls that do smoke do like butterflies. That's what I'm getting at. Not that like girls that like butterflies smoke. It's the other way around, but it's like two different meanings, like the double entendre. The opposite of a double entendre. Anyway, I'm going off track, guys. I'm just fucking rambling now. But you guys seem like a fun, cool pile. But you're just maybe having a bit of a hard time with shit at the moment, that's all. And I'm just saying that it's a cycle, it's not going to last forever. Use the fucking G's, use the bosses, use the magicians, use have, you know, this crazy skill in alchemy to turn fucking, you know, nothing into something, you know, rags to riches. So yeah, you just have that in use the bosses. I'm just looking at another number here. There's number 2 on this card, which is rebirth. So I'm going to do this kind of like in a story sense for you guys. So that I feel like this is what you're going through now, like right this second. And then in the immediate future, you're going to have this period of reflection and time to pause and like sift through all the shit that you've just been through and like what is, you know, what served you again, what hasn't served you, what, you know, what will serve you in the future, what to keep around, what not to keep around. A bit similar to pile 1, like they're just going through a huge cleansing at the moment and just like clearing out shit. But you can see this guy's like a lone wolf. I really like, you know, when I look at this card, it reminds me a bit of like the Hermit card. So, you know, you're going to go into that like little bit of like time of, reflection. And that doesn't mean you have to, you know, go and be by yourself and lock yourself away from the world and be a depresso and all that shit. It just means like detaching yourself a little bit from, you know, your day-to-day like autopilot mode, basically, what I like to call it, where you just, you know, put yourself on autopilot and go through the motions and do the day-to-day things like put fuel in your car and get groceries and look after the kids and all that stuff, which is fine. We need to do that. We have to live in that world. But maybe just try unplugging a little bit from that, or just finding time to have some reflection would be really good and beneficial for you at the moment, especially if, you know, you are not already, you know, in that entrepreneurial like mindset, or like you're not running your own business at the moment. You know, you need definitely time for a reflection to start thinking about that and like what you want to do, if that is something that you want to do, because your angels are saying that you're more than capable of doing that, and it will benefit in your favor if you do go down that path. So the reflection will be good for that. And then ultimately, I feel like when you will do this, you will have a bit of a rebirth and, you know, caterpillar to the butterfly type you know, vibes and stuff like that. So yeah, you're on the right path, definitely, guys. It seems a bit hard at the moment, but I'm just letting you know that, like, that's what that's saying. Every hurricane comes to an end, and you know, you're the magician. You have the power to make your dreams come true, and yeah, like, just do amazing things, obviously, and yeah. I'm just going to read this out loud for you. It's the message from your angels. It says, self-employment suits your disposition and intentions. Working for yourself allows you to better follow your intuition and divine guidance. We are your co-workers and teammates who remain loyal by your side to ensure you for success is always. So yeah, they're just letting you know that, like, they're there for you. Never feel alone. You have a whole massive spirit team, even if it's not huge. Like, there's, you know, deities and gods and goddesses and stuff like that that you can start to tap into if you need. Yeah, like, just look it up and, like, do some research maybe during that reflection time of, you know, like, whatever you decide what you're going to do and areas that you're lacking in. You can you know, Google what, you know, gods and goddesses and deities are, like, the best to work with to help you boost you up, and you just call on them and they'll come to you. Like, it's as simple as that. It may take some time depending on, you know, how you do it and stuff like that, but they will come. Like, they're, you know, they're never there to hurt you. They're always there to help you and benefit you. So the last card I got here, which I waited to the end to turn over, was the past life oracle. And I was saying to pile one that like, this is just going to be a really broad indication of, like, you know, what you've brought into either this life from your past life, or what you were, or what you were doing in a past life. But if you want, obviously, more information on that, you either need to get a personal reading, or you need to do some past life regression therapy, in however, you know, you choose to get that and that information. That's up to you. That's your journey. But I'm always here to help if anybody wants help with that. But yeah, let's just turn it over and see what you guys got. Oh, so you got imprisonment and slavery. Imprisonment and or slavery. So sorry guys, that cut out just quickly because my mum tried to call me. And yeah, anyway, I was saying imprisonment or slavery. Imprisonment or slavery. Fuck, I said that so many times over and over again, but I'm just like, it's a hard word for me to say for some reason. Like, I don't know, is it the shape of my lips, or like, what is it? But anyway, so there you go, guys. Yeah, you may, like, it makes a lot of sense from where I am, like, demographically. I am in Australia, which is like half of the colony was like built on convicts, so of course that's probably in your family, like, lineage. And yeah, like, if you haven't had to deal with that, like, you know, necessarily like the extreme of being in prison or anything like that, you may have, like, in this, like, this is talking about your past life, so in this life you may struggle with like authority figures, and just, like, you know, feeling like you're trapped, and like you needing that, like having that inner, like, need to be free and not be, like, imprisoned. Or, like, sadly, you may have brought it on into the sense of, like, you may have felt like you've been in, like, again, this ties in probably really good with this, like, I'm not sure who's watching this, but you may have been dealing with a bit of a toxic, like, relationship, like, not even necessarily romantic. It could have just been, like, you know, a parent or a sibling or a friend, or, you know, a work colleague. Again, like, that makes sense because it's just like you got the entrepreneur card, so you might be dealing with some shit at work, and then you're thinking, like, fuck this, like, I'm not gonna feel like a fucking prisoner to this person, like, to this boss, or whatever, and this bullshit. So yeah, I'm gonna go off on my own and go build my own empire and go light my own flame. yeah, so I don't know, like that's a pretty good analogy. That makes like sense to me. You know what I mean? Like even just for that, you might not be going through that, but you may be at the same time. That's probably why that message has come through. It might just be for one person, but yeah, if it is, just know you've got the strength to do this. Again, you're the magician, but yeah, you're going through. You're going to be, if you're not already, you're going to be going through this phase cycle of rebirth, reflection, and rebirth. So I send you strength and love if you are, and yeah, just know that I know it's not easy, but a lot of people go through it, and you never get served something that you can't handle, like God, source, whatever you want to call it, the divine will never serve you something that you can't handle and you can't take. So yeah, I love yous guys, and yous are fucking cool. I know yous are, and yous have got this. So yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, I'm here for y'all always. Love yous. Peace. Thanks for watching. Bye. Pile 3. If these guys chose this cool Led Zeppelin tag, I don't know, I think it was off a t-shirt or something like that, but I kept it, and it's cool because it's like, it's Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin's cool as fuck. Anyway, so yeah, you might have something like connection to that. Obviously, if you were drawn to it, you may love Led Zeppelin yourself, or you know, your parents might have listened to it, or maybe in a past life, we will get to your past life card, I'm not sure, maybe you rock that in another life, if not so much in this life, but for whatever reason, cool as fuck. And when I was channeling the messages and like shuffling the cards and pulling the cards for this pile, it was the only pile that a song popped through, which is fitting. So maybe you guys love music like I do, just like obsessed with it. But how funny, it wasn't a Led Zeppelin song. It was, bear with me guys, and I'm sorry if this is horrible in advance, but do you guys remember that song? Oh, I wish I was punk rocker with flowers in my hair. 77 and 69, revolution was in the air. I was born too late to a world that doesn't care. Oh, I wish I was a punk rocker with flowers in my hair. Anyway, so, but do you guys remember that song? Let me know if you remember that song, but that's what song was coming through, and I have not fucking heard that song in so long. The only thing that I think maybe might have like triggered that in my head was it says revolution here on this card, but yeah, I just thought it was funny. Is 77, 69, well, that's 68, so it says they're established in 68, Led Zeppelin. So there you go guys, little weird messages and synchronicities there that I was just not even fucking expected, that just came in out of nowhere. So cool, love that. You guys might be like, you know, I'm just picturing like a really cool older woman or like guy for some reason, like, and if that's the case, fucking cool. How's it going guys? Love y'all. Fucking from the babies. I'm one of the babies. But like, I feel like that sometimes. I feel like I was just born, you know, in the wrong time. Most of the time lately, to be honest, I feel like I'm way ahead of my time without sounding like a cocky freak. But I'm going to get into you guys' reading. Don't worry. This is all going to like tie into everything. But you guys may feel like, you know, yous are just like old souls, you know what I mean? And like yous have just transcended through so many lives, which I guarantee you have, because yeah, everybody has. So if you remember it or not. So, but yes, we do have a past life card here that I will get to at the end. I've done that with every pile, but I thought I'd explain that to you guys because I did it in pile 2 and I was just all over the joint, but I think that was a bit more of like their energy as well. And like thinking after it, having a bit of reflection and being like, I feel like that's a very masculine pile, like that was more for guys. Like I feel like guys are going to pick that, but women will as well, obviously. But just a more masculine energy embodying at the moment. But yeah, anyway, let's get into your guys' reading. So I was really feeling with you guys that like yous are possibly, may not be, but very strong feeling this pile just may not be for you. But I feel like whoever chose this pile is really planning like a big trip at the moment, whether it's just like, you know, for a couple of days or a couple of weeks, or if it's like a big fucking trip where they're just like, fuck this, I'm gonna pack everything up and I'm ready to go. Like, we're getting out of here, like we're going and we are doing it right this time. So the cards you got were protest, start a revolution. Obviously, like you can see this gal and her sister friends just like getting into it, just like, yeah, we've got something to say and we're not fucking backing down this time. So you may be in that really like fiery feminine energy at the moment, like a bit of a dark feminine, embodying that, which is nothing wrong with that. Like, we need to do that every now and then. It's just about balance. But yeah, you're like, you know what? No, like, we have something to say and we're going to say it. And like, I feel like this is like really propelling you into like this state of like wanting to explore new avenues, and like, and that's why like I also like obviously get travel from like, there's a print of like the world map behind here and a compass, but like that doesn't necessarily mean like physical exploration. Like, that's what the card says, exploration. You can read it. But I'm just still, some people can't. So that's what that says. Like, so exploration, like, you may not be physically like going anywhere. You may, want to start mentally going on this like exploration of like yourself and your soul and your body. Like, people are all at different like areas of their life, and I'm not saying that there's probably not somebody like in their 80s or 90s watching this, but you never know, there may be, you know what I mean, and they don't have the physical means and ability to do that, and like leave wherever they are, but you can still go on like a mental exploration, you know what I mean? And like, there's lots of different ways that you can delve deep into your soul, and travel without physically traveling, in a 3D like physical way. So but that's what your soul's craving at the moment, and that's what you're going through. But more on a practical level, I really feel like, without getting too spiritual and like metaphysical with it all, a lot of people who probably picked this pile are planning to go on a trip. And like with your angels, this is an angel card. They're saying the ocean. They're saying like, go to the ocean, like, even if you're not planning a trip, to go to the ocean, because it's beneficial for your soul at this point in time. And it's going to give you a lot of answers, and your soul is like, that's its home, that's where it best, it feels at its best and its most optimal and at home. So yeah, I feel like I've kind of lost the track. Oh, that's what I was saying, like with the practical thing, you're planning, a trip, and but this time it's not, you don't just want to go to like, where you always go and do the same old fucking thing and go to the same restaurants and the same locations. And it's just like, you want something more fulfilling. You want something that's gonna, fill some void in your soul, or fill a calling to some extent, you know what I mean? You want to, really think about it, and think about what you're passionate about, and how you can do it differently this time to make it more fulfilling, and for it to be something that's really remembered and really, you know close to home and your soul and your calling. But I obviously recommend going to the ocean, because your angels are telling you that that's where you're being called to go and best suited. So for your traditional tarot, we got a 7 of Pentacles, and at the top it says, I'm willing to wait patiently for my reward. So again, back to like the planning, like, you don't have to go drop everything and do this tomorrow. Plan it, really plan it well, and think about it. And whoever you're going to go with, if you decide you want to go alone, that's fine. But I really see, like, with this card, communication, like, and then with the girls here and stuff like that, it feels like you're going to go with your family or someone you love, or like, your loved ones. So, really communicate with them and talk to them about how you feel, so you can have the best outcome with it all. But yeah, I reckon you're going to have a good time, guys. Like, and you can wait and plan it well, and you've been saving up your coins so you can go somewhere nice and really, you know, treat yourself. And again, this is a general reading, so people are going to need different things and going to want to do different things. Maybe you want to go on a really dope surf trip, or like you want to go to a day spa and really just chill with the girls and relax, and or, you know, with the guys or whatever, or you want to go fucking shooting or whatever you do, like whatever is your hobby, or, you know, something that's just gonna have, again, just a bit more like fulfillment in your life, and instead of it just being like the same old mundane thing, and then it's just like, why the fuck did we spend all that hard-earned money and stuff like that when we, you know, can be actually, you know, doing stuff that also feeds our soul and like makes us happy and more fuller, happier people. So yeah, I think it's pretty like simple and straightforward for you guys in pile 3. Like, yeah, but you're fucking kill people and you're listening to some music and relax, and I feel like that's just what you guys need to do at the moment. Because, you know, a lot of us have been locked up for ages, and I know a lot of people are just like jumping to like just doing shit for the sake of doing shit, and it's actually building up a lot of like congestion in the world and like putting out these weird energetic like vibes and frequencies that I don't even think people realize that they're doing. And it's just like, it's not going with like the rhythm of things. And I totally understand it, guys, because it's just like, you know, we've been locked up for so long and people just want to do shit, and I get it, but it's just like sometimes it's best to just do some planning and yeah, like don't just rush into things all the time. And I know you are all feisty and you have got things to say, but just a couple of numbers I'm just picking up here quickly as well, obviously, guys, is the 1968. That might be you know, have some significance to you. If you're not born in that year, maybe your parents are born in that year, you have a sibling or something like that, or someone that you love dearly. Or 68, something to do with that, 1968. There's 28 here. You could be a life path 1. That's why you're a fiery soul, like explorer, ready to go, ready to, you know, get popping and get going. But you know, this cycle in your life's really asking you to, you know, take some time as well to just communicate and think about it, because you've worked hard and you want to have the best outcome, and I know you do. So I'm telling you, if this is the case for you and this is your pile, then that's what's going to be the best thing. But yeah, so 28-1, and then there's a 21 here as well. So 3, creative. I feel like you just want to do something a bit creative that's gonna, if you do decide to go on a trip, do something that's, yeah, get your hobbies involved maybe, or try something new. If you don't have any hobbies, go out there and start trying new things. That's how you're going to know if you don't try, like, you know what I mean? Like, you could absolutely love something and be really fucking good at it from another person's perspective, and that might just spark your confidence to have this whole new hobby and whole new passion in life, and just take you down whole, you know, a whole new path of just different opportunities and doors opening and closing and cycles and all that jazz. So yeah, I'm just going to read out your angel card to use, just if anyone who wants the message. But it just says, the deep blue sea speaks to your soul, healing and soothing you. Even the act of imagining yourself dipping into the healing womb brings about desirable effects. Better yet, spend time physically near the ocean. Allow its power and beauty to wash away all cares and concerns. So again, yeah, beautiful. And like, that's what I was saying earlier with like people who can't travel or don't even, you know, have the desire to, or whatever. You can still go on these amazing like explorations and travels of the mind. And that's what it's saying there. If you can't physically get to it, to just visualize yourself there. But it's optimal if you do get there. And this is just a really weird message for, like, it's not even weird, it's just, I feel like I've watched a lot of tarot in my life, and it's not often that you get messages specifically for elderly people, but I'm just getting this message for some reason. Just if it is getting anybody of an older age, if you are planning to like retire and go to a retirement village, I feel like it's best to go to one near the water, even if it does cost a bit more money. You know, it's gonna be better for you, and like, it's the end of your life, like, without me sounding like a fucking arrogant, you know, ungrateful younger person. I'm just saying that, like, you know, I'm saying this from like the kindness of my own heart. Like, that's what's going to be best for you. Just if there is anybody watching this, like, I highly doubt, but there may be. And anyway, so yeah, even if that's like way into the future, but it just might be something that's like you're currently coming into. Like, again, if you're like, you know, born in that, I know my mum's born in 68 and she's not going into retirement village like anytime soon, but like it may be something like people in her age group are like, you know, starting to like put their coin towards and thinking about like their retirement and what they're going to do. And I'm not necessarily saying going to a retirement village, but you may like want to buy property near the water. That's what it's saying. Even if it's not the ocean, just a body of water. Water is good for your soul, your angels are saying. So yeah, I'm gonna get over to the past life card because we're getting on time. I swear, did not know that was coming. Ships, like, what else can I say? You have water, ships, travel. Again, like I've said to the other three piles, other two piles, sorry, that if you want to go deeper into this, I highly recommend doing past life regression therapy or getting a private reading. I don't want to get too much into it because it's very general, but yeah, you've got some type of connection to ships. If you know, are going to the water, maybe check out some like museums that have something to do with that. I don't know much about ships and boats and stuff like that, but I can't really comment much on that. But yeah, guys, ships. So I'll leave that with you and like, cool, fucking cool. Like, go sail your ships, guys, or whatever you want to do. So yeah, love yous, guys, and I was very, very grateful and appreciative to do this reading for whoever gets this. Yeah, I love yous, guys, and peace out, you old souls. Even if you aren't old yet, you are just a cool fucking old soul. Like, yeah, love yous, guys, and I really, really appreciate your support. So have a good day, and I'll see yous in the next one. Bye.